Welcome on in to the 700 level. I'm your host, Kyler Gammon. I am so excited to start up this show for you guys. And for all the diehard and rowdiest Philadelphia Eagles fans out there, this is going to be a fun season. We have high expectations for this season. It's going to be so fun. I have so much stuff planned, and it's going to be amazing. Just want to get some housekeeping things out of the way, though, first. First of all, subscribe, hit that follow button, hit that like button. It means a lot to me. I really want to see this thing grow, and especially if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, what are you doing here? Hit that subscribe button, and we can see this thing just grow together. And also, follow us on TikTok for all 700 level updates, for all clips, bonus highlights, and maybe even some bonus little videos here and there. Who knows? But follow us there. And then also, The Scheme Fit. The Scheme Fit is a blog site that my buddies and I started. Eli Grimes, my great buddy, who's a Bears fan, he started it, and it's all sports-related blogs. So if you love reading and you love reading about sports, give us some feedback over there. So love to do it. It's super fun. You can find basketball content, NFL content, and not only do I write Eagles articles, my buddy Eli writes Bears articles, my buddy Brandon writes Steelers articles. Also, my other buddy Drew writes Rams articles, and John covers the NBA, but also follows the Miami Dolphins as well. So check us out over on the Scheme Fit. Again, love to be partnering with those guys and love to support all that they represent. Now, into the meat and potatoes, the Philadelphia Eagles. This past Sunday, which was my birthday, August 6th, I wasn't in attendance for the open practice. Makes me super sad, but the Eagles had their open practice, and my goodness, you guys, this is why the Eagles are the best fans in the entire world. 50,000 of you guys attended that in open practice? Are we serious? 50,000 of you guys? Again, best fans in the world. I love seeing all the updates on Twitter. Love seeing guys ball out like A.J. Brown just mossing defenders at an open practice. Jalen Hurts throws the dime, and A.J. Brown does what A.J. Brown does. Saw Devontae make some plays. Also saw some clips of DeAndre Swift and Rashad Penny. Seeing those guys in Eagles uniforms get me super excited. Don't get me on a DeAndre Swift tangent. I think he's going to have a phenomenal season this year if he stays healthy. Same with Rashad Penny. And it's crazy because we forget that Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott, the giant killer, is still in the mix. So cannot wait for the running back group this season. But also some huge news. Howie Roseman does Howie Roseman things. I mean, come on now. MylesJack and Zach Cunningham are Philadelphia Eagles. They signed to a one-year deal on Sunday. And they were also in attendance for the open practice as well. No pads, just monitoring. And then you fast forward to, as I'm recording this today, which is Tuesday, MylesJack is on first-team reps already, so throw him in the fire. I'm super excited for the MylesJack signing. I think it was much needed. There was so much non-depth and holes on this Philadelphia Eagles defense, and I think MylesJack I wanted MylesJack last year whenever the Steelers scooped him up on that one-year deal. He had over 100 combined tackles for the Steelers last year, and that's a really good Steelers defense. Love the signing. Now, again, you can make the argument, oh, well, MylesJack is available in August, and there's the reason. Okay, come on now. You know Howie Roseman's MO with linebackers. T.J. Edwards was an undrafted free agent that was thrown in there around the 2020 season, really blossomed in 2021 over time, got better, and in 2022 had the best season of his career, arguably, and got paid. And then Howie Roseman just loves doing that. He loves finding guys that are cheap deals. I mean, we all know this. Howie Roseman, which I'll get into another point in a second, he does not value the linebackers and safety positions as much, and running backs as much as the other positions. That's obviously the way the NFL is somewhat trending, unless you're the Bears and you want to have this stacked linebacker core. Then, but that's just Howie's MO. So, again, love the signings by MylesJack and Zach Cunningham. We'll see what happens with him. He may not make the team. He may. I don't know. I would love to see it. Also, some other housekeepings that I saw from Eagles training camp today. Nakobe Dean, technically it'd be his fourth practice since he didn't really practice much on the practice he got hurt in. So we'll count it as 4 missed practices in a row. You could almost say that that's kind of concerning. I'm not concerned because it's training camp and they're probably being precautious, but it also makes you think, like, we haven't even got to the season yet, and he's missing some practices. Again, he's going to have the green dot. I think Nakobe's going to have a great year this year. I'm excited to see him play. But I'm also just kind of monitoring a little bit. And then also James Bradbury, who got hurt in that same practice. He was back on the practice field today. Love to see that. He's a vet. Wasn't really worried about him all that much. And so... also, as far as some training camp today on Tuesday, they're saying Jalen Hurts probably had his worst day at camp. I saw where he threw an interception to Reed Blankenship. Don't even get me started on Reed Blankenship. He threw an interception today, and he almost I think there was something about how he almost threw one in the end zone at practice to Devontae, I believe. No, that was a deep shot. But regardless. Technically his worst day at camp, but listen, okay? I'm going to outweigh the pros more than the cons, and that's the number 3 top 100 ranked player in the NFL, Jalen Hurts. Listen, you guys know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. The dude's a dog. The dude's going to be the franchise quarterback for the next 10-plus years. Buckle your seatbelt. Let's ride. And guess what? My hot take, he will... barring a crazy contract situation and what have you, he will break Donovan McNabb's career start record. Book it. The dude's legit. The dude has the mentality of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. I'm going to say that. That dude's mentality is nuts, and he's that guy. So not really worried about Jalen Hurts, but again, just something to monitor, just camp notes. Also, the Georgia defense, guys. Jalen Carter arguably had his best camp today, and my goodness. You want to talk about 2 players? Well, there's 3 players I'm excited for this year. Obviously, Jalen Carter. I want to see a lot of out of Jordan Davis this year, and Reed Blankenship. Those are the 3 guys this year that I'm most excited about and ready to watch all season long. But man, I just love. I cannot believe. Like process this real quick. Process this. The league really let the Eagles draft Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith on the same night. How do you allow that to happen? Like, I went back recently and I watched, like the draft coverage and all that. I mean, scouts, Daniel Jeremiah, Mel Kiper, Field Yates even were like, this guy was our best overall player in the entire draft, and you let him fall to 9? To 9? To his best friends? Listen, I'm super stoked, but he had his best day of camp. Love to see it. I think and again, I think with all these rookies, we need to be like a little bit patient, because I think we just think that they're just going to be plugged in and make all these plays and this and that. I do think that the plays will be made, but it's going to take up some time. Like, there's still a rookie. I think Sidney Brown, that's a name that's been thrown around. I'm excited to see him play too, but I think that he's going to have some struggles. And, whenever they show, I think we're going to get this freak out moment of, oh my gosh. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, really, Eagles fan base? Really? Like, come on now. But again, I think that there's going to be some struggles along the way, just like every single rookie. They have their welcome to the NFL moment. But again, I'm excited to see the season ahead, and excited to see what the guys do on the defensive side of the ball for sure. Also, too, one thing I just want to note from the overall Eagles training camp experience is Quez Watkins. Apparently, reports are coming out saying that he's having his best camp of his career so far. He's having a really, really strong camp. Listen, and it was probably the Super Bowl that really made me think this way, but I was kind of preparing and ready for Quez to be shipped off. I thought that, he was in such a good offense last year, and he didn't really do a whole lot, and the plays that he tried to make were just, anytime he had the ball in his hands, I felt like, besides that one catch in the end zone for Indianapolis, which I saw that live, I just felt like anytime he had the ball in his hands, just nothing good happened. You want to bring up the Washington game, but then obviously the Super Bowl and all that. And I'm just like, look, I would rather have a wide receiver 3 that's just going to make those catches and keep the chains rolling and not make those mistakes along with Devontae and AJ. And look, I've been seeing reports that from everybody. I mean, you go down the line, Tim McManus, Jimmy Kimsky, ESP, all those guys, that Quez is having a really good camp, and he's having a really strong camp. So that's really encouraging to see. One guy that I'm really, really kind of disappointed about, though, that's not having a strong camp from what I've heard, is Alameda Zaccheaus. I think that's how you say it. I'm kind of disappointed with that. I'm kind of shocked by that a little bit because he's had a pretty decent season last year. And speaking of which, his teammate Mariota, not high on him, man. Not high on him. Just they're saying he's not had a really strong camp. He's really kind of antsy in the pocket, loves to roll out a lot. Listen, I mean, history kind of repeats itself. Jalen Hurts may miss a couple games this year. It's not a guarantee he's going to play all 17 games this year as a starter, barring, the playoff 1 seed and all that jazz. But it's not a guarantee that he's just going to be healthy all season long. He's had nicks here and there from the past couple seasons, and we don't know. We don't know what that's going to look like and how that's going to favor, but nonetheless, it'll just be something that you just have to monitor, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with old Mr. Mariota. And I guess the final thing for this first episode that I want to address is the safety position. Listen, I've seen Kayvon Wallace get first-team reps. I'm not really high on Terrell Edmonds. He's the veteran, but again, he hasn't really stuck out to me in camp. And again, Cindy Brown, I think, is going to be a great, great player. I was really excited whenever they drafted him out of Illinois. But again, he's a rookie. He's going to have those mistakes. So again, I don't know how that's going to favor up. And look, if I'm Howie, and just for me looking on the outsider in, we had this same conversation last year, right? Anthony Harris did not perform well. I'm drawing a blank on who the other safety was. Jaquiski Tart, I think, was the other safety. Like, that didn't pan out. And so, look, Howie made the move for CJ last year in August, right? You just cannot convince me that the Eagles are not going to go into next year's NFL season without having a great caliber safety that is. I don't know who that's going to be. I don't know if they're going to trade for him. I don't know if a team's going to release a surprising player. I don't know if there's going to be, like CJ last year, contract talks don't work out. I don't know. But all I know is that Howie's going to do his homework, and it will just absolutely surprise me if you stick Reed Blankenship and Kayvon Wallace back there, or Sidney Brown, the rookie, back there, or, maybe Edmonds, but it would just surprise me if Sean Desai does not want a really good starting caliber safety, especially in this window of championship contending here. So, again, that's my prediction. I think Howie's going to make a move at safety at some point. I'm just kind of waiting for it. I was really hoping the Budda Baker thing was going to actually happen. He wants to be an Eagle so bad, but again, I think it's one of those where, I think he'll probably stay put in Arizona. But again, I'm not going to doubt Howie, though. Howie traded for A.J. Brown on draft night. So I'm never going to doubt Howie. But again, I do believe that a safety move is going to be happening. And I think also maybe a potential another linebacker move may happen as well for depth. And maybe Howie wants to make a splash. Who knows? It's Howie freaking Roseman, okay? But nonetheless, that's really all that I have for you guys. And again, stay tuned for this upcoming year. Listen, on the 700 level, my goal is we're going to have a video once a week, maybe 2 times a week, depending on, I've got work and I got college. I'm a college student, so we're going to make it happen. But also, on every single game day, there's going to be one game day that I won't be able to do. That's going to be the home opener. But besides that, unless barring something crazy, and I will keep you guys posted as well on my social media. Again, also follow me on social media at Kyler_Gammon. That's my Twitter. Haven't made a 700 level Twitter yet. We're getting there. But follow me on Twitter. Again, follow us on TikTok at the 700 level. And subscribe on the channel. But anyway, I plan on going live here on YouTube. I plan on going live for every single Eagles game this season. Barring something crazy, we will be live. The only games that I can think of are the Vikings game, which I already have something planned way in advance for that, which I won't be able to go live, unfortunately. And way down the line, I will be in Philadelphia on Christmas Day against the Giants, okay? So, and besides something crazy like that, again, I'll keep you posted as it happens. My plan is to go live for every single Eagles game right here on YouTube. You guys can come in, hang out, let's talk some birds, let's talk about the game that's happening, let's talk about our frustrations, all of it. I want to hear it all. I want to be here for it all. So, again, wanted to say all that. And I think this is just going to be a great year. I'm so excited for this Eagles season. I'm so excited for you guys to join the journey along with me. But I think that's going to wrap up this first episode of the 700 level. Again, so excited, so ready to be with you guys for the NFL season. And as always, Fly, Eagles, fly. Go Birds. We'll see you guys later.